Hi, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already, please do like and subscribe to my channel. It will help me to pick up on your energy and create this reading for you, with you. So today's reading is all about a specific person on your mind. I get asked this a lot. What does somebody think about me? What are their feelings for me right now? So if you are mulling over something and for whatever reason you're not able to ask this person directly what they're thinking or feeling about you, or maybe you just started dating somebody and you want to just find out a little bit more about them. Now, I did used to have an issue with doing these kind of readings because of pulling on somebody's energy that has no idea can be rude. So this is what I'm asking for my guides here, is if there's any reason why any information or anything doesn't want to be exposed about this person, then we're not going to see that, because we don't want to intrude on somebody's energy. This is just more about, specifically your energy that's connected to theirs. So if there is no energetic connection, then you're not going to find this information resonates with you, and you'll know that fairly quickly. Whereas if there is an energetic connection with this person and it makes sense to you what I'm saying, then it is for you. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Right, but we need to be very respectful with the energy and what we're doing on there and what we're looking into. The cards that we're going to use today, we've got archetype cards. Now, these cards I've used before with clients of mine as part of a meditation group, and everybody used to hate it when I got these cards out because they have archetypes and the light and shadow attributes of a person. So we all have, so for instance, this one says addict on the bottom, and the light attributes are help you recognize and confront addictive behavior. The shadow is compromises integrity and honesty, allows an addictive pattern to have authority over your inner spirit. Now, all of us could probably find somewhere within us that resonates, that is there. But what we're going to do today is pick 4 of these cards. So normally you would pick 12 to make up the whole of a personality. But today we're just going to pick 4 as categories that are going to work towards who we're looking into and what we want to know about them. So just put somebody in your mind right now that is an interest to you. If there's something about this person, maybe you're a bit confused over a connection, or you just want to know a little bit more about this person before you get closer to them, maybe. Okay, but we're doing this respectfully, so we're not intruding in this person's energy. Okay, I'm actually going to take... No, I'm not. There's too many there. I'm going to try that again. Yeah, so we're not intruding in this person's energy. We're just taking what Spirit is allowing us to see within this connection, okay? We will look at you as well as... Okay. Okay, so far we have vampire, thief, and child nature. So let's have a look. Okay, I'm going to put that one back. That was another child one. And then we have mentor as well. So this person could be a teacher of some form. Could be somebody that maybe it doesn't have to be like a school teacher. It could be somebody that teaches other things. But we've got mentor here. So somebody that passes on their wisdom, refining a student's character. So perhaps somebody that you look up to a lot, maybe that inspires other people or yourself. And then we have vampire, which is makes you aware that someone or something is draining your life force. So maybe sometimes this person can be a little bit draining, maybe, or this person perhaps has a tendency towards codependency. So perhaps they kind of lean in a little bit too much. So they could have the tendency to kind of like cling or allow somebody else to try and carry them, and that can be a little bit draining or a little bit much, can feel a little bit much on there. We have thief as well, which is shed lights on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen, or stealing money, creative ideas, affection, or other powers you think you lack. So this could be somebody that maybe is a thief in terms of a thief of your time, or a thief of your maybe when you're around, what I'm getting from this is when you're around this person, you possibly feel like other things are I'm getting time. Time seems to be a big factor with this, that you just feel like you don't have any time when you're around this person. It's interesting that there's a picture there with their heart inside their coat. So it's almost like this person wears their heart on their sleeve. It's almost like they don't hide anything about who they are or what they are. I don't feel this is thief in a bad sense of like they're taking from you, stealing from you, or they may have stolen your heart. Perhaps they've stolen your heart. And with the vampire as well, is like vampires are quite seductive, aren't they? So they have this energy about them that's really sort of like draws you in. Everything about a vampire. I'm thinking of that, what is it, Twilight, where he's like, everything about me draws you in, makes you feel seducted by it. And maybe because of that, you have a fear of this person drawing you in and then this like sucking of your time, that kind of thing. Maybe there's a little bit of caution with you around this person. Maybe that's why you want to ask questions about this person, because you want to know, you know, what are they about? Are they going to hurt me? Are they going to upset me? So we've got something on there. So this is your person. If it is somebody that is some kind of teacher, that they maybe draw you in a seductive way, and sometimes that can feel a little bit overwhelming or draining or a little bit fearful, and possibly when you spend time with them you feel like you have no time, because it kind of takes up your time. That's what I'm getting from that. And then child nature, so friendship with animals, communication with nature spirits. So this is quite a spiritual person, I feel, and somebody that's very connected to nature. So maybe they like to spend a lot of time outdoors. Maybe they like to talk to trees, hug trees, that sort of thing. Somebody that's really cares about the environment. And I do feel has maybe quite a gentle nature as well on here. Okay. So we are going to, so if all of that resonates with you, then this is potentially the person that we are talking about for you. Now I'm going to pick some for you. So what are your thing? Because it's not fair to pick on the one person, is it? We need to bring you into it as well somewhere. So let's see what 4 we have for yourself, because I know you're dying to know. So let's see, what is your energy? Oh, storyteller. So ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. So maybe you like to tell stories. Maybe you like to teach people yourself. You like to sort of, you love a good story, basically. It does say on the shadow attribute, making up tales that harm others. So do you tell tales? I do feel though this is somebody that's quite interested in stories. Maybe you like to read a lot. Maybe you like to, these days, maybe listen to podcasts and things like that that give you information that then you can go and tell that story on to other people. That's kind of like the energy I'm feeling from that. What else do we have for you? Oh, I do love these cards. We used to have such a laugh with these cards. If any of you guys are watching my videos that used to come to my meditation groups, then you know who you are. You might remember these. Mediator. A gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life. Respect for both sides of an argument. So maybe you like to be the middle person between arguments that are going on, so you can bring some clarity or just be that middleman or woman. It does say here, negotiating with an ulterior motive or hidden agenda, either personally or professionally. So sometimes maybe you interfere into things because you have your own agenda on it. But I do feel actually that you're the kind of person that if they've got a problem, maybe in your family, if somebody's got a problem, they come to you with it. If they've got a problem with the next person, they will come through you to talk to that person. I do feel like you're very good at creating that balance in your family environment with your life. It's like you're the raft that kind of keeps the people together. I do feel that. Very family orientated feeling from you. Oh, okay, that came out quite quickly. So we've got 2 here. Okay. Martyr. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. I'm not laughing at you, I promise. So, martyr, learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. So you might be the kind of person that if there's something that needs doing, you're the one that will do it. Now, the shadow attribute of the martyr is addiction to self-pity. So basically, it's like somebody saying like, well, I'll do this, I'll do that. The one that feels like they do everything, but likes to tell everybody that I do everything, okay? I feel that you're not the person that's like, I do everything around here. You're more the person that's like, I see a job that needs doing and I will do it. And you're also the kind of person, a bit like this myself, like you won't stand by if something needs doing, you will do it, or want to be part of something. You don't like to be idle. You don't like to be sort of like not having something to be a part of. And it kind of goes with the next card, which is networker. So it's like you like to learn about people, you like to understand about people, you almost like you like to be of service as well. So perhaps you have a job that's being of service. That kind of person that, you know, you are very interested in people, you like to be around people, you like to talk to people, especially finding out about new people, you know. So enhances unity through the sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. And the shadow attributes is conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear and falsehood. So I do feel like you're somebody that perhaps likes to date a lot. Maybe you like to go out on dates or meet new people in that kind of sense. Almost like you kind of, but I also see you in a place like maybe you have a workplace where there's a lot of people as well. So you're constantly having these little conversations with people. And that's probably where the storyteller comes in as well, because you obtain information yourself through things that you do in your spare time. And then you bring that to work and impart that information onto other people. And they think they love that about you. I think people do love that about you, that you are quite a people person. You're quite sociable in that sense. And then the martyr is kind of like, you know, you generally want people to come to you for help, for advice, things like that. So actually quite a balanced energy between the two, I suppose. But I can see how maybe there's an energy here of like learning from each other. Your person feels more like the emotional side of things, whereas you're more the logical side of things, the mental side of things. Okay, you're more mental, they're more emotional. Okay, so let's get some runes out for your person. Let's see, what runes do we have for your person? Manas. So they could be an initial M, or M is somewhere in their name. Manas is all about the awareness, so they have a very keen awareness. They have especially, you know, with that mentor and nature child and stuff, they're very aware of themselves and their place in the world. I do feel like maybe they do have a caring nature towards other people. Maybe they have kind of a job in like a nursing kind of job, or like teaching, you know, that kind of, they do something that helps other people and cares for other people. And they're very communicative as well. So we've got answers on here. So again, with that mentor, they may do a lot of talks or a lot of speaking, public speaking, that kind of thing. So answers is communication. It's connected to the throat chakra. So they do like to communicate. This person likes to talk, perhaps a lot, maybe too much. Maybe that's why they drain you or make you feel sort of like, yeah, can you shut up now? So answers, yeah, is very much that kind of energy of communication. Okay. And let's see what else we have. The Orzaz. Okay, so there can be an energy here of them maybe protecting themselves, a little bit defensive maybe sometimes, but very much in a space of like taking action. They don't like to sit on anything, they like to take action. They are very determined and have an energy of moving things. So they can also turn things that are rocky, or most people would think you can't make anything from that, and they would spend time and effort and energy in making something out of it, like in a positive way, is what I'm feeling from this, is that this person has the energy of, say, like for instance, in your garden, you've got a load of bricks or rocks or something, and you're like, oh, we can't grow anything in that area. And they'd be like, yes, we blooming can. And they'd be like chopping it down, like trying to break it down so it becomes fertile soil, fertile earth. that's the energy of Thorazaz. It's kind of like a real determination and a power. It's a very protective energy as well. But it's kind of like a protective energy of, I won't go and look for the battle. I won't look for the fight. But if the fight comes to find me, then I'm going to stand up for myself. I will protect myself. So that's kind of the energy that this person has on here. Okay. Now, your energy, let's see what your runes are. Athala, very family orientated, which kind of does make sense on here. You, with this networker, martyr, the mediator, you know, in your family, I do feel like you're like the Don or whatever the female version of the Don is. You know, you're the one that people go to for the advice. You're the one that kind of says, this is what's, you know, this is what I feel is right. And people listen to you, people look up to you. Real stability in that sense for you on there. Oh, and Gebo as well, very heart-centered. So you come from a place of love. You're very balanced energy between your masculine and feminine. So perhaps you've done a lot of work on yourself there. And that's why people find you a very balanced energy to kind of mediate in that sense. Because Gebo is that giving and receiving of love. It's that balance, that unconditional sort of energy of love. I like your energy. It's very nice. And Eros as well. This is a rune of trusting relationships. So there's a lot to do with relationships on your side. And a real sort of want for solid relationships. Eros has the energy as well of like a power within yourself. Like really trusting yourself. And feeling quite grounded in that energy. It's like a mind over matter kind of energy. You always seem to know, find a way to move through things with your mind over the matter. So it's almost like you can take yourself out of the emotion of something to be able to logically think what needs to happen here. Maybe that's what makes you such a good mediator, because you can take yourself out of the emotion of something to be able to find the logical way forward. Okay, so that's a really, really positive energy on there. Now then, let me see. So we're going to just see now, how does your person feel about you right now? Because everybody wants to know that. I know this. People ask me this all the time. I'm going to put those ones back because I don't know how relevant they are, but this one flew out, didn't it? Oh, okay. The Six of Wands. So, well, this person feels about you that you are sort of like in the spotlight, or you are very attractive to this person. They feel for you that you are, I feel like they see you carry a lot of pride in yourself. Maybe they feel a little bit like you can be a bit defensive in that pride, because it's like you, like we said before, you take the emotion out of things to see things logically. So perhaps if they're quite an emotional person, and if you're able to step out of the emotion of things, they might see you as quite closed off in that respect, because you're sort of like, well, you know, this is the way that I move forward. I take action without emotion, or I sort of like carry a lot of pride. But this is sort of like somebody that really does look up to you, or kind of maybe puts you on a bit of a pedestal, really sort of does think a lot about you in a positive way. So let's get another one on there. What does this person feel about you right now? I'm going to keep that one out. That was the Sun. So it's kind of like they dream about you a lot. They see you, they manifested you. It's like a wish fulfillment, that they kind of are inspired by you. I'm getting the energy of somebody that feels like they manifested you, actually. So I do feel like this could be a connection where you're either already together or you have had a relationship before. Oh, and they're very desiring of you. I feel like they see you as temptation. Maybe sometimes a little bit seductive in your own energy. It's like you see that about them, or that's in their energy, but this is also how they view you. almost like they could be a little bit addicted to you. Yeah, very much so. And there does seem to be an element of maybe doubt sometimes as to how you feel about them, which is quite interesting because it feels like you're asking questions about this person. Maybe they're asking questions about you, but neither of you are actually asking each other outright, which is interesting. We have the Ten of Pentacles. So I do see this person sees you as something quite stable, like almost like a settling down family kind of energy. So like they do see you as somebody that they would like to settle down with, that they would like to be with. Like a conventional things, almost like, you know, maybe not just like a living together kind of thing, but actually being together in a committed relationship, that kind of thing. So that's how that person sees you. And then we've got the Nine of Wands on here as well. So this is a little bit defensive. So this person sees you as maybe sometimes a little bit like a brick wall, almost like they feel like they can't reach you as much as they would like to. But also I feel like they see you as somebody that's been through a lot but come out the other side, and always seems to have a smile, always seems to have humour and things like that, no matter what they've been through. All of the things that they've been through, that you've been through, they see that and they admire you for the person that you are today, having known everything that you've been through. There's something about a belt on this, and I don't know what that's about. So perhaps there's something about you with a belt, or this person with a belt. I don't know why the belt is significant, but it's feeling like it is. And there's something about Robin Hood as well. I don't know what that's all about. Robin Hood. Something reminds you of Robin Hood, maybe. Okay. So that's kind of like what your person is feeling about you right now. Do they have any ambition to take any action towards you? So let's have a look at that. Is this person going to take any action towards you? Is your person going to take any action towards you? That's if you want them to, you know, if they're such a vampire. Okay, so we've got the Seven of Swords. Now, this is an energy of somebody that's maybe going through a bit of a transitional time right now and going through a lot of healing. It's almost like they've left behind something previously or been hurt in the past, and now they're moving forward in a way of like this real transitional energy. Hang on a minute. I'm thinking Six of Swords, aren't I? Not Seven of Swords. So Seven of Swords. Yeah, still that energy I'm getting though of like, okay, don't feel like this person is going to reach out to you. I feel like this person is waiting for you to reach out to them, because there's kind of like an energy of them just kind of concentrating on themselves, doing what they need to do, work related, things like that. Maybe in that defensive energy over there of Thorazaz as well. So this is an energy of somebody that kind of like is actually quite okay by themselves. Like they're a bit of a lone wolf. That's the kind of words I'm getting from this. I do feel like they've had their heart broken before, like quite a lot. Yeah, because if you look at that, it looks like a heart there that's been sliced in half, and then this sword's just left there, almost like, you know, nothing's ever going to get in here. So that's kind of energy that I'm getting from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 7 stars on there. There's something about stars, looking at stars, seeing stars. Maybe this person is a bit of a stargazer. I do feel like this person is a little bit, you know, child nature and things. They're a bit dreamy in certain aspects, maybe. but they are kind of just in this sort of transitional space right now, where I do feel like maybe they're working a lot on themselves, working on their own healing at this time. What do they want from you is what I'm going to ask now. Does this person want anything from you? Oh, just had the Five of Wands fall out on there. So perhaps there's been some conflicts, maybe some arguments or things going on that haven't been quite so great at the moment. So this is the Eight of Cups, which is usually a sign of like moving on, of like leaving something behind and walking away. So this is kind of like where somebody's feeling a little bit depleted, weary, that kind of thing. So maybe this person isn't feeling very well at the moment, isn't feeling great. And I've got an energy of them feeling like you're walking away from them, that you are moving away. I'm going to get another one for that, to clarify that one. Why is the Eight of Cups here? So perhaps you haven't spoken to this person in a long while and they feel like you just carried on with your life and got on with it. They definitely feel for you, you know, with the Sun there and the Devil. They definitely feel like you are a desire fulfillment, a wish fulfillment. There's a lot of sensual energy around that as well. But they do feel like you've walked away. Perhaps they feel like you're already in a relationship. Maybe you are. Oh, okay. Yeah, so there's a little bit of sadness around this person. Like a loss, bereavement, feeling upset about something. So that's why the Eight of Cups is there. Maybe you broke up with them, and they feel, because they were such a vampire, they were sucking on your energy. But you're asking about them obviously for a reason, aren't you? So if they're on your mind right now, they're feeling a little bit low, a little bit sad. So if you were thinking about reaching out to them, this probably could be a good time to do it. Because this card is usually, I mean, you can see the eye there with the tears and things like this. Maybe blue eyes is significant. A chalice as well, maybe a chalice is significant too. So there's an energy here of loss, of something being lost. So maybe this person is feeling very lost at the moment, or is feeling very sad or upset. But with this coming out for the Eight of Cups, it's kind of like, I do feel this person is sad about losing you. It's almost like they feel like they've lost you, that's interesting. Okay, so let's see what the outcome is with this connection with you, with this person. What is the outcome here for you and this person? Ooh, okay, so we've got the Five of Pentacles on here. Okay, this is rejection. So it's like somebody's being rejected here, or feelings of rejection. With the Five of Pentacles, it's like somebody being left out in the cold. So that's the kind of outcome that's kind of coming from this person on here, is they feel perhaps left out in the cold in this particular connection, which is unusual, because if you're asking about them, maybe you haven't spoken to this person for some time, and what you need to know is this person feels like you aren't actually around anymore. They do have feelings for you. They definitely have feelings for you, but they obviously haven't heard from you, and do feel a lot of loss, regret, and feeling left out in the cold on this particular connection, which is interesting on there. Oh, but we've got the Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck here. So there is a feeling of wanting something more. So I do feel like this person's feeling like that maybe at the moment, but there is a want for, you know, some excitement, celebration, some, you know, the Four of Wands is about stability and foundations. It's like, it can sometimes signify marriage as well, and union in the sense of like, so where the Four of Wands, it looks like a celebratory, it doesn't look like it on these cards. These cards aren't great at showing it. Let me find the Four of Wands in this deck, because this deck, it's a really beautiful picture of it. So I do feel maybe this person had always hoped that they were going to have something more with you, but obviously it's looking like they feel like you've kind of just moved on. So there's the Four of Wands in this picture, and you can see sort of like a stable environment in the background, and it just, you know, they've got like flowers and ribbons and things coming down off of the wands. So it is an energy of celebration, you know, of things really sort of taking off. So I mean, if that's something that you want with this person, then it feels like it may be time to reach out to them, because it doesn't look like they're going to be reaching out to you, because they feel like you've moved on. They think you've moved on. Okay. So actually, I'm going to get some of these messages of love next, and then we're going to move on to your energy to do with this. So what do they want to tell you through here? Let's have a look at this. What would they like to tell you? Mistakes. I feel like that's one of them. So I wish I could right my wrongs. So I do feel like this person, they feel like they did something wrong in this connection here. They feel like they made a mistake, and that's why maybe things aren't as they need to be, or as they were. What else do they want to say? Reminiscing. So I miss our inside jokes. So this person does think about you. I do feel like they take time to think about you. They haven't forgotten about you. They just feel like you've already moved on. Indecisive. I know my inability to make a decision hurts you. So perhaps in your connection or in the past, they didn't have an ability to make a decision. Maybe that's why you felt, maybe that made you feel a little bit insecure in this particular situation. And that's why it's sort of those cracks down the face and things. So it's almost like, yeah, somebody that feels a little bit broken, I feel, or, you know, shattered is the kind of word I'm getting from there. Perhaps they were tired at the time when you were together. Holding back. I should have expressed myself better. So this person feels like they sort of didn't express themselves clearly enough, maybe when you were in a connection. And there is some, like we've got the Five of Cups on there, is that regret. Sort of like they wish there were things that they did differently, they did better. They wish they'd have said more maybe, or shown you more of what they wanted. So I'm going to move on to your energy then now, and see what are you feeling and thinking right now. How do you feel about this? How do you feel about this person? Oops. Star. Okay, so you see this person as a wish fulfillment. It's almost like they tick the boxes for you. They are what you've manifested, what you've wanted. I do get that kind of energy from there, and I do feel like this person inspires you as well. It's like they bring you a lot of joy and inspiration. Yeah. There's something about water on there as well. So perhaps maybe you did a lot of swimming together, or spent time in water together. We've got the strength on the bottom of there as well. So I do feel your energy feels a lot stronger on this, as sort of like feeling that courage. There's also, this is an element of healing as well. So maybe you see this person as quite healing. So how are you feeling about this person right here? Got the Tower there as well. So kind of like maybe you feel some challenges to do with this person. Maybe you feel something difficult to be with on there. Now I've got the World in the reverse position. So you are feeling like you've got some unfinished business with this person. I do feel like you had some ideas and ambitions with this person that never got fulfilled, that never actually got round to being completed. It feels like this connection was very short-lived. It didn't really last very long, and there was never really any closure with it, potentially. Maybe you just like it fizzled out, the connection, the conversation on there, so you never actually got to complete or feel like you got closure on it. King of Wands on the bottom of there, so I do feel like you kind of still have some desire for this person. You still feel quite confident maybe towards them. There's quite a sexual energy with this king as well, so it's kind of like I do feel there is quite a sexual energy, sexual pull towards this person. I'm going to take that one down on there. So what else do we have on here? The Queen of Pentacles. So this, you see this person is quite nurturing. Again, that healing energy is coming through on this as well. So, but we did have before, didn't we, a mentor and that kind of vampire energy. And what was the other one we had? And the child nature. So yeah, maybe you see this person as quite nurturing. Somebody that's quite stable, it feels like, on here. And the Eight of Wands. So I do feel this being on your side of things, this is a card of taking action and incoming communication. So it's kind of like somebody reaching out because you want a conclusion to this. You want to have a completion around this. So what is the next action in this connection then? Let's have a look at that. Well, we've got the Hermit in reverse. So I do feel like if both of you have been in introspection and kind of like working on yourselves, being away from each other, to maybe this connection was separated so that you could both grow within yourselves further. But now it's coming out of that introspection and moving towards the light, being able to move out of that space, because there's a feeling here of, I do feel like two people that are feeling a little bit lonely actually, but it's not being talked about. There is an energy, we've got the Six of Cups on the bottom. I wasn't sure whether I was going to talk about it or not, but I'm going to, because I do feel this is an energy of, we got that reminiscing on your person's side, but we've also got this energy here of the Six of Cups, which is about reminiscing. It's about thinking about the past. So I do feel maybe you or your person or both of you are looking over pictures, are looking over text messages, reminiscing about things that are going on in there. I do feel that maybe there is songs as well that when you hear them remind you of this person. Maybe the same for them, maybe things remind them of you. There is some sorrow here, there is some sadness I do feel between this connection. So what is the final outcome? Did you see that? So the final outcome of this connection was the Two of Cups just landed on my lap as I said it. This is about union. So this is two people coming together, being together. It's trust, and I'm going to place that right in the centre there, because it does feel like you're not in touch in the 3D by the look of it, but on the 5D you are. Almost like there's kind of like this telepathic connection going on, and you're communicating in different ways. The Three of Wands on the bottom of there is kind of like somebody that's preparing to move forward. So at the moment, something is happening in this connection. Maybe that's why you're asking about this person, because you're feeling something about this, and something's changed, something's shifted here, and it's kind of like preparing you for action, for moving forward. So do we have any other information coming through from this? The Page of Coins. So this is, get that 3 of Wands again on the bottom of there. So this is definitely something that is being wanting to drive forward, to move forward. Now, the Page of Pentacles, this is kind of an energy of a new opportunity. So with that 2 of Cups on there, this is like a new beginning, like a fresh start that's coming in. But it takes somebody making the first step, you know, to offer that pentacle, almost like, you know, just a small offer, maybe just, oh, do you fancy going for a coffee, or do you fancy going for a walk, or something like that. You know, maybe just sending a message saying hi, how are you doing, that kind of thing. I'm getting that a feather, of quite a significant feather, and it's a white feather that maybe you found recently, is significant around this. So if you found this feather whilst you were thinking about this person, it could be something like that. It feels to me like a kind of feather, like a swan feather. I can't think of any other big white feathers that could be, but it feels like something significant like that, like a big white feather or a fluffy feather that's significant to do with this. So if you found a feather recently, it could be that your person is sending communication to you to connect, to contact, okay? Okay, so I actually think I'm going to leave that there for now. But if you would like to, if this resonated with you and you are understanding some of the things that I've talked about here, and you would like to look at this on a deeper level, then please do get in touch for a personalised reading. All of the details are down in the description box, so you can connect with me, drop me an email if you like. Please do drop a comment if you can, even if it's just an emoji or something, just so I know. And thank you to all of those that already have done that. I also have in my description box a link to sending a donation for the readings that I do. Now, there's no obligation at all, but anything that anybody does give me, I do appreciate it. So thank you to those that have, but please don't feel obliged. I'm just letting you know what's down in the description box. And there's also a link to my website as well, so you can connect with what other services that I do offer. But again, if this resonated with you, I really hope it finds you well. And I hope it has helped you in any way. And I look forward to hearing from you. Have a blessed evening.